US KUKAH responsible for Buhari's inability to end Boko Haram. GARBA SHEHU, welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. The Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, GARBA SHEHU, has said the United States U.S. National Intelligence Council paper in 2015 titled Mapping Sub-Saharan Africa's Future floated the idea that there could be a military coup in Nigeria. He said at that time this was hardly an earth-shattering prediction given that 2005 was only 6 years after the return of civilian democratic rule and just over a decade since the Abacha military coup of 1993, the final of 7 coups since the country's independence. Consequently, the presidential spokesman in an issued statement yesterday said that for the last 29 years, close to a generation, there have been none. He noted that since the return of democracy in 1999, there have been 6 general elections, 4 elected presidents, 4 transfers of powers, including one in 2015 between the winning opposition candidate and the losing incumbent president seeking re-election. Yet, despite all the evidence to the contrary, he said the collapse predictors keep doubling down on their bets. According to the statement, most recently retired former U.S. ambassador to Nigeria between 2004 and 2007, John Campbell, has updated his book, of which the first edition stated, "Why Nigerians often claim they are master of dancing on the brink without falling off. The disastrous administration of President Goodluck Jonathan, the radical Islamic insurrection Boko Haram, and escalating violence in the Delta and the North may finally provide the impetus that pushes it into the abyss of state failure." According to SHEHU, it did not, of course, quite the opposite. Jonathan was defeated at the 2015 general election, with power peacefully transferring to the victor, President Muhammadu Buhari. Yet, the people of Nigeria, the majority of which were born after the last coup of 1993 and who have known nothing their whole life except democracy and elected government, are the living proof that democracy is here to stay. Though often negative, Campbell does, however, consistently express an important view that it is in the interest of the U.S. to encourage democracy and security in Nigeria. The government of Nigeria concurs. It's a pity, therefore, that U.S. policy and support towards our country, including the Buhari administration, has been so inconsistent. It is all very well to claim it is in the United States' interest to help Nigeria become an even better democracy and stable country. It is quite another to forever avoid mentioning the last coup was 29 years ago, and since 1999 Nigeria has enjoyed 23 years of unbroken years of democratically elected government and peaceful transition between them. It is also inconsistent to preach the need for stability, but needless delay sharing military equipment in the form of jets, not least when it is now proven they would have helped Nigeria much earlier defeat the terrorists who threaten our country. Hopefully, the United States of America and Nigeria are going to forge ahead with our continuing partnership in fighting terrorism in and out of the sub-region. The dream of our founding fathers of a strong, united and prosperous Nigeria remains very much intact, he affirmed. Now, I don't understand why anytime, this government receive a critic, which I always refer to as a feedback. As a human being, even as a human being, we are being criticized by those who know us, by those who don't even know us. If the criticism is coming from someone who does not know us, I think we are going to kind of be shocked, especially when maybe you're in the area, you're new, and somebody's already saying things about you. And you're like, nobody knows me here, so why would that? I think you should pay attention to what the person is saying, right? Because they might actually tell you that, see, we don't even know you, have no reason to even come and start talking about you. But this is what we noticed, which is a feedback. But you don't get that kind of relaxed feeling, especially when you're around those who know you. You feel they just want to criticize you over nothing. Now, this is what the government does. Anytime somebody comes out and talk, oh, this is actually what is happening in Nigeria, and with you plus 1 and 1 together, you get 2. You're going to get, things like this are possibly going to be happening in the future. Instead of the government or for these advisors or these aides of the president to come together, tell him that, look, yes, these things are critics, but to me, I feel this is feedback. They don't. I don't even ever think they even give the presidents any feedback on what criticism are all about. They don't. Anytime Nigerians come out and raise their voices on a particular issue, do you think they just want to complain? They don't want to complain. They need solutions. It is like pointing the light. Though, yes, I can say and I can beat my chest that we Nigerians, we can be really, really extreme when describing things. But it does not mean it is not a feedback. Some of them are feedback. Look, there are some things if we, the electorate, we, the citizens, we, the masses, do not come out to see, the government will not have a clue about. The government will not have a clue. It is when we come out and scream our head over some particular issues or scream our lungs out that it is going to be clear that, oh, this is actually happening. I don't know if you understand me. The truth is that all the people speaking for the presidents are shameless. When they speak, they feel Nigerians are fools. Well, you can say that again. If there is any mess up by PDP before the regime of APC, tell your party APC to clean the mess and not to add salt to it. Why did you close the border? And what have you achieved before you reopened it? Well, like I said earlier before, they have not known how to best use. You can use critique to build yourself up. Just like I said, like as an individual, you enter into a place where nobody knows you. And people are already saying, oh, this is how you are, this is how you are. If I were you, yes, it is going to be painful. But I will go walk up to the person and even ask her, do you really... I'm going to ask the person, especially when the person walk up to me and tell me this. I didn't hear it from corners. If you walk up to me and tell me, oh, this thing you are doing is not right, I will ask you, oh, I never knew. Can you tell me what better way? Yes. Instead of them looking for better ways or even taking suggestions, because even as Nigerians come out to complain, people even give solutions. A lot of people, name it journalists, past leaders, present leaders, religious leaders, everybody comes out, and some, in the midst of them venting out or criticizing, they also say, why don't you do it like this and do it like this? The government does not take note of those ones. The only thing the government takes is, we come out, we criticize, we don't motivate them, we don't even see the good that they have done. All those things we are not going to see any good you've done. If you don't do the needful, we won't see any good you've done. That is just the truth. The only time Nigeria will see the good you've done, the only time I've said it severally before, the only time that Nigerians will come out and say, oh, the government are trying, first of all, when we have a safe Nigeria, when we feel safe in Nigeria, then the economy is now being revived. Then we can now even talk about, what is the government saying they are doing again? That is it. But for now, our eyes are so closed by things that are very, very huge that is not supposed to be swept under the carpet. Okay, on this note, we've come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.